Welcome back to the Odd Machine Factory's Garage series. It's been a while since the latest update on the YouTube world. I was a bit sick during the autumn and then I was studying while working, so didn't have time for these things. But now we are back again with the Drift Legacy build for 2025. And in case you don't know what's the project about, it's the 2006 Subaru Legacy wagon with the 2004 Jaguar XJR 4.2 liter supercharged V8 that we converted to a turbocharged variant, so it has a turbocharger now. The engine is running in the car, but we are still missing some pieces of the driveline. So here you can actually see some of our gearbox investigation as well. So we have already mounts for the gearbox, we have mounts for the drive shafts, we have the propeller shafts, and then we have mounts for this baby here, which is a Ford 8-inch differential. So this is found in the pre-facelift S-types and X350 XJs and so on. So it's this one is from the late 90s, S-type 3-liter V6. And the reason why I'm investigating this is that it's quite hard to find differential locks for these. So now we are investigating a myth among the Ford people. So this is a Ford 8.8 inch differential from a Thunderbird Super Coupe. I believe it's found also in the 90s Mustang Cobras, and then some Lincolns and Mercurys and something like that. But the point is that today we are investigating that if we could take a lock from this diff into the 8-inch Jaguar variant, because I've heard rumors about it, but I have never seen actually anyone do it. And next we will pop these babies open and then see what we can learn from that. Here's, just for information, the identification tags from both of the diffs. So this is from the Jaguar and that's from the Super Coupe. Just for information, so you can check them out and see if you can find the same parts for your swap. Okay, first observations. Of course, here we have the lock, so we have a spring-loaded friction disc back here, and here we don't have that. This is the Jaguar 8-inch. What I can already see is that it seems like the width between the bearing cap bolts here and here, it is the same. It also seems that we have the same amount of bolts holding the banjo gear, and it seems like this centerpiece holding the gear is the same diameter as here. Here we have a smaller banjo gear than here, but this actual centerpiece seems to be the same size. Then this is the Super Coupe rear plate, and we can swap that between these two. Can I see the bolts there? So it's a direct fit, and the width for the actual housing from this drive shaft seal mounting face to this one, it's exactly the same. So the width for the housing is the same. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's then try to fit the Jaguar S-type 28 spline drive shaft into the 8.8 inch. So as you can see, the sealing surface is exactly the same. It seems to fit there, and let's see if we can get it to lock. So it locks just like in the Jaguar housing. So there you can see the drive shaft splines. So that also seems to fit just like it is supposed to fit. Okay, let's continue. Those seem the same. Okay. Then let's see. Okie dokie. No niin. No. 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 And there we have it. I think we confirmed one myth. At least this has been a myth to me, because I have never seen a package like this. I have seen a couple written sentences at some forums, global forums, about the possibility for building something like this, but I have never seen anyone do it or seen any pictures or even videos. So now we have here in the Jaguar 8-inch housing, so the Ford 8-inch, Lincoln LS, Jaguar S-Type facelift, and so on. In that housing, the 8-inch housing, we have, of course, the 8-inch banjo gear, which came originally with this. And then we have the centerpiece, which is the carrier for the differential and the locking unit from a Thunderbird Super Coupe 8.8-inch diff housing. So what I did is that here you can see this is the 8.8-inch banjo gear, and this centerpiece is the open diff from the 8-inch. And if we look at it, we can see that all of the bolts align. So of course this setup is the wrong way around, but it's just to show that the bolt pitch is the same. And we can swap the banjo gear to this centerpiece without any modifications. And if we take a more thorough look, we can see that the offset for this gear needs to be also the same. So unfortunately this specific 8-inch was not that great, so we had a lot of sludge there. It has been driven quite much with poor oil, so it has some play. I would say that excessive play on the backlash, but when I took a look at the contact patch for this, I'm not seeing the markings here, but believe me, I checked the markings that we have earlier on this gear with the original centerpiece, and now with this swapped one, I checked with the marking color that it marks out the exact same area. So the contact patch has stayed the same, even though we have swapped the centerpiece. And of course the bearings are old in this case, and those are from the 8.8-inch just to keep the pairs. And then actually these bearing caps are from the 8.8-inch as well, just because I wanted to see that they that if they fit really. And regarding the transversal clearance, I used the 8-inch, so paired with this housing, the 8-inch shims on both sides, and there's no play at all, and it's not too tight, so it turns quite easily. Of course you could measure the turning torque, and if you would do this properly, you would of course swap out the bearings and adjust the pinion gear as well. But this is just a mock-up to see if we can do this, and in my opinion we could run this. It doesn't have any issues currently. So a little bit excessive backlash, but nothing else. We could run it definitely. And what we can also see is that the drive shaft from the S-Type, it fits there. So if I give it a little little wiggle, it's locked in place, and it's totally fine. It's the perfect match for this centerpiece as well. and I measured that the width of the housing is exactly the same, and then one of the most important things is that the shaft seals are actually exactly the same. They have even the same numbers. So that's from I think 89 Super Coupe Thunderbird, and this is 99 Jaguar S-Type housing, and they both have the exact same shaft seals, so we don't have any oil leak possibilities here, even though we do these kind of things. So we could swap out the drive shafts and so on with this, but no problem with even the oil sealing. So I would say that this project was a success. I hope that you you share the joy that I have. So I have been fantasizing about this project for a long time. I managed to find the parts here in Finland, and now it's been proven that this can be done without any machining. So if you like this, please hit the like button, share it to your friends, subscribe to the channel. I will definitely share you more content with facts and low budget solutions in the future as well. And actually the next thing that I plan to do is that I bought an X350 XJR as a daily driver, to work as my daily driver. And I live in Finland, where we have a lot of slippery days and slippery surfaces, and of course, as it is supercharged and it doesn't have a lock in the diff from the factory, but it has the same housing, at least I believe so, and the same drive shafts than this diff. I will now tear this down and then pull the XJR into the garage and investigate if I could fit the lock into that one, because for drifting purposes I have done it already. I have multiple of these open diffs. I can weld it and it will be a permanent lock. And I tried this in a S-Type that I've been drifting on the track, and it works very well. It's very predictable and no issues at all. You can actually find a video on this channel with drifting with that S-Type. So what I will do is that for the track car, for the Drift Legacy, I will use a welded diff at least first. And as this lock is not that tight or strong, I think that I will use it for my daily, if that's possible. So the only concern for that project is that this diff has the gearing of 3.31. The 8.8 inch had a 308, and the XJR has 2.87. So I'm wondering if the offset for the banjo gear is still the same, or if there's some deviation or variation in the design due to the fact that it's a 2003 car. But let's study that in another episode. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.